When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. Then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
Start training for a new career in as little as 18 days. National EMS Institute's innovative boot camp program will train you for a new career. Learn to respond to emergency situations and become a certified EMT in just 18 days. National EMS Institute guarantees 100% job placement. Visit www.nationaleMSinstitute.com today to learn more about our 18-day boot camp. Or call us at 1-800-497-6732. NationalEMSInstitute.com.
Stuck in a boring, low-paid job? By 2017, there will be a shortage of 2 million cybersecurity jobs worldwide. If you have a technical background but don't have a computer certification, you are being drastically underpaid. In months, you could be qualified for a new job in information technology, making real money with real job security. A new career is just a few clicks away at thecodeoflearning.com.
That's right, 603-835-3224. That's the wonderful number. EPA execs enjoy great pay benefits while being investigated over sex with minors and felony drug busts. HotAir.com brings a story. That's their headline. Hey, look, it's good to be a part of the government, right? Good to be working for the government. Hey, most of those guys on the stage last night, most of them either currently or did in the past work for the government. Isn't that an interesting saying? Now, government is supposed to be, we the people. So really what you're supposed to be saying is that they're working for the people. I worked for the, I worked for the people. No, they say they're in government. They work for the government. Well, the government isn't an entity all unto itself, but, now it is, yeah. That's not what it was intended to be. Isn't that interesting how we twist language a little bit to actually reveal the reality, but people don't pay attention to it? Used to be, I'm in government service. Or I'm in service to the people, or I work for the people. Now it's, I work for the government. It used to be upholding the law. It used to be lawmen upholding the law. Now it's law enforcement officer. Just subtle changes that mean the world of difference. Look around. See if you see any more of these types of grammatical switches. And you'll understand why the thought process has come to be what the thought process is today from what it used to. Our grandparents didn't used to think the way that we think today because their vocabulary described what was actually accurately going on differently. So we have to describe what's accurately going on differently from them because it's there. Our government is operating differently from the government back then. Of that, that's a historical fact that there is no doubt. Sure, you always had bad apples. From day one, you had bad apples in the fledgling governments of the colonies and the early states. Of course, you had bad apples. There's always going to be people are people. Human beings are human beings. There's going to be bad apples. As Michael Jackson said, one bad apple don't spoil the whole bunch, girl. For the whole bunch, girl. I brought back some memories from some of the older listeners. How long has been a while? 4 or 5 years now, hasn't it? Or is it longer? I don't remember. I don't recall the year that he passed away. I know it was in the summer. It was in August, right? No, it was in July. About to turn, his birthday's in August, I think, and he passed away in July, so been 51 years old, I think. I think he was 50 when he passed. I don't recall. But anyway, that was a while ago. How long has Princess Diana been gone? Time is fleeting, people. It was before the year 2000 that she was in that wreck and passed away, right? But when Wills and Harry were still killing. Well, Wills was, he was in, I guess, the equivalent of high school, right? Was it 90? Was it 99? No, but 97, wasn't it? It's been a while now. That's amazing how time flies. You don't even think about it. Hey, look, in a year, in less than 12 months now, less than 12 months now, we'll be going to the polls to try to, but to elect a new president of the United States of America. So that means 8 years ago, at this time, is when we elected the current occupant of the Oval Office. We've made it 8 years. I don't know if we're going to make the next 12 months, but we've made it 8 years. Can you believe it? Look, I remember when it was first announced that he trounced McCain, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's the end of the country. It's the end of the country. It's the end of the world as we know it. And believe me, there were people out there playing that song. They were playing it for a week after his election. At least around here. I mean, you might say, well, that's kind of funny. Well, it wasn't really funny back then. It's still not really funny now, considering what we've been through and what he's done. But I distinctly remember that. And when he was, his inauguration, and he was giving his inauguration speech, there were other people that were playing that song again. It's the end of the world but it's amazing and interesting. Language is very interesting. When you start really paying attention to it, and you start listening to the little differences in the different words that people use and how one word for another, or they move a word around so it sounds totally different. Because, again, like I said, you had upholding the law to law enforcement. Working for the people. But it means something totally different. And when you get people that work for the government, well, now they get privileges that the rest of the people do not get. EPA execs enjoy great pay and benefits while being investigated over sex with minors and felony drug bust. Now, here in New Hampshire, there was an 18-year-old high school boy who was just convicted of having sex with a 15-year-old, a high school senior having sex with a high school sophomore. And now he's a convicted sex offender and has to register as a sex offender the rest of his life. And yet we have these ones. He doesn't get any pay. He doesn't get to go to college. The kid's going to jail for a year. But that kid doesn't work for the government, does he? No. He's a high school student who just happened to be 18 years old at the time of his sexual escapades with the 15-year-old sophomore. And those who worked for the government decided, well, we're going to bring the hammer down on this kid. But where's the hammer coming down on the real adults in the EPA who are having sex with minors? They get to keep their jobs, their pay, their benefits, enjoy all that wonderful travel that the EPA has been doing, and utilizing the relocation bonuses and grants that are available, and stealing the money from the American people, the taxpayer. Oh, but they get to keep their jobs and keep going on until when? I don't know, because nobody wants to bring the hammer down on them, but they're going to bring the hammer down on some no-name little kid, 18-year-old high school student from Concord, New Hampshire, and then say, you cannot have sex with a sophomore when you're a senior because you're 18 years old and she's only 15. No suit for you. Go straight to jail, register as a sex offender when you get out. The rest of your life from the age of 19 on is over. Oh, but go to work for the government, kid. If you were working for the government, if you had waited just a year, son, when you graduated and got out of high school and went to work for a government agency, oh, then you might be able to get away with it. That's what they're telling us here. The story goes, insubordination, disruptive behavior, falsifying documents, threatening colleagues. Those were the least egregious reasons employees at the Environmental Protection Agency were placed on extended administrative leave, as documented